This is the Experienced Optimist, and I'm back with another question and answer segment from the book The Predatory Female, written by Reverend Lawrence Shannon. And today we're going to be talking about the chameleon syndrome. This is how women change. They adapt to your likes and your dislikes, and then they ultimately use it against you. So for the first question, the guy asked, what is the chameleon syndrome? And then Lawrence Shannon said, a quasi-supernatural transformation. The chameleon syndrome is the predatory female's unholy ability to become whatever the script calls for in hooking a man. She will adopt his viewpoints, his attitudes, his hobbies, and his dislikes. Her personality will change to suit his. She will enroll in classes, become a gourmet cook, stop smoking, switch religions, accept his friends, humor his jealousies, develop a relationship with his relatives, or whatever else is called for. She will change colors in the rocks like a chameleon. Of all the traits exhibited by predatory females, this chameleon syndrome is one of the most lethal. So then the guy asks, why is that? And Lauren says, because amazingly, the predatory female is completely sincere about her new behavior. She isn't consciously aware of any deception. She transforms involuntarily. She could take a lie detector test and pass. There is nothing crooked in her mind. Consequently, the male detects nothing amiss because there is nothing amiss. Everything is normal and natural. The predatory female has matched herself with the surrounding landscape. She adapted to her environment for mating and survival. The male innocently concludes he has met the right woman. Noel syndrome. So then the next question is, how long does the chameleon syndrome last? And this is very important here. As long as it takes to subdue the male, which usually means the bonds of holy matrimony and the enforcement powers of the judicial system. Then the guy asks the question, then what happens? Lawrence says, the adaptation is no longer necessary. The spell is broken and the colors begin changing back to the original. We've grown apart is a familiar statement. Our values have changed. In truth, the chameleon has simply relaxed to its natural, more comfortable exterior. So the guy asks the question, you say more comfortable exterior, are you implying that the predatory female is uncomfortable in the adapted colors? And the answer is, although unaware of it, she is often ill at ease. Most people have seen an inquisitive woman working hard to bring a man to the altar. She may lose weight, become nervous and fidgety, cry a lot, develop insomnia. These are signs of the chameleon chafing in her temporary exterior and compose more trademarks of the predatory female. So there you have it, guys. So basically, let me scroll back up here. Basically, the most important takeaway from this is that this woman, she'll act this way. She'll act like the Nawalt. She'll act like she's your best friend, how she loves you, until it's time to take everything she can from you. So a lot of guys will fall for these submissive women. The woman will be submissive for a long amount of time. She'll put up with a certain amount of bullshit, and the whole time she's thinking to herself, well, if I can just stick around for another 2 years, I can stick around for another 5 years, I can get this guy and get all the resources out of him. So that's why you have to be very careful about the chameleon and the predatory female. Let's see. Let me scroll back up to the judicial system. Hooking a man. Yeah, here it is. As long as it takes to subdue the male, which usually means the bonds of holy matrimony, getting married, and the enforcement powers of the judicial system. Now, in the environment that we live in right now, the woman, basically the judicial system is the woman's white knight. She can always depend on the judicial system to be on her side. So if you think about it, it's very smart. Like, what is it to wait 5, 10, 15 years if you know that ultimately you're always going to have backup when it's time to screw a person where you can get all the resources out of? It makes complete sense. So that's something I want you guys to keep in mind. I know I haven't done a video in a while, but the chameleon syndrome is something that's very important for guys to be aware of. And when you're aware of the chameleon syndrome, you can know when she's chafing in her skin, as the book says, and you can know what she's trying to do to get over on you, and you can just see the signs. So the next thing I'm going to cover, I'll probably cover I'll probably color the pack mind probably in an upcoming video, as far as like how women, they roll in packs, and they have kind of like a hive mind, but that's for a later time. If you like this video, like, subscribe, leave comments, watch other MGTOW channels. I recommend MGTOW's Freedom by John. I recommend Darius. I think his is MGTOW Knowledge. I recommend Human is a good one. Coterie, Sunrise Hoodies, this up and coming guy. Him and Darius are like real young MGTOWs. Really good information there. Man, old school Barbarossa. But yeah, I recommend those channels. And yeah, man, just keep taking the red pill. Keep having standards when it comes to women. And I'll talk to you guys later. This is the